Hello, good afternoon. Hello. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. Let me see who I got up in here with me. Let me see who I got up in here with me on today. Hey, 50 plus. Thank you for being here and welcome to the live stream. Thank you. I got my comments up and ready. How are you all doing, 50 plus? You guys have some stuff going on. We're going to continue to hold you and your family up in prayer. I hope all is well. Good. I am doing okay. I'm enjoying having a Saturday off. I'm enjoying having a Saturday off at home. I've been chilling. I've been working on my content. I had to finish up with watching a few shows that I do reviews on, of course, trying to get those videos uploaded. And of course, cleaning around the house. Hey, commentary with the two. And of course, I've been in a couple of live streams today. I jumped in yours earlier, 50, and then I also went to Team Build's live stream today. So it's been a pretty good, pretty productive Saturday. Pretty carefree, pretty relaxed, but overall productive. Mm-hmm. Well, as y'all know, I normally like to do, hey, Satin, welcome to the live stream. I normally like to do these weekly recap lives on Saturday mornings. However, I had a whole bunch of stuff come up this morning, and so I couldn't do it at the time. I would have liked to have done it around 11:30ish, noonish, but I had some other stuff come up, so I pushed it back. And I went to my community tab just to try to post that change. So hopefully I didn't throw my people off too much. Hopefully people will come. If not, it is what it is. Hey, the Road Trip Rant Show. Welcome to the live stream. That's amazing. Rico told y'all to come. That's real cool. Thank you, Rico. That is awesome. I love the cross support. So yeah, y'all. If this is your first time being here, I'm Pandi of Pandi's Hair Candy and More. For the most part, I talk about hair over here, both natural hair care, wigs, weaves, and styling. I also do reviews. I do reviews on TV shows as well as products. I do a lot of unboxing on like personal self-care products such as skincare, hair care, things like that. I also review wigs and just different products for yourself. Um, I also take Saturdays and Sundays to kind of be my more productive days to live stream and interact with you all. Anytime I go live, I'm going to be just talking with you guys, socializing, interact with you guys, get to know you guys a little bit better, and give you guys an opportunity to get to know me better. So I usually like to do these recaps on what's been trending on social media platforms as well as regular media platforms, like, in the news, what's been the buzz. And I kind of pick a few topics and we just kind of break them down, look at them, see if you guys have heard about them, see if you got any input, and give your feedback. It's pretty much an open chat. There is no real rhyme or reason or structure. I'll just go ahead and let you guys know what the topics are that kind of piqued my interest over the week. I'll share what I found and read or saw, and then we'll pretty much just chop it up from there. Hey, Miss Full Roller. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for being here. Hold on, y'all. My comments then went away. I'm trying to see if I missed anybody else. Hey, Candy Shell's Corner. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Hold on, y'all. Somebody, please hide this tooth, whatever the idiot's name is. Please get that joker up out of here. Thank you. Hey, Crystal Blogs. Shout out to you. Moderators, are y'all going to get this person out the chat or do I need to do it? Thank you. I mean, really? Anywho, as I was saying, we're going to be chopping up these topics, y'all, that have been trending on the local. I'm sorry, I always say local, but on the social media platforms. Thank you, Commentary with the two. Can we please keep a better eye on those type of things? That would be greatly appreciated because I'm trying to read some of this information off to y'all, but I'm also trying to watch the chat. And it's kind of difficult for me to see them things. But if I see them and I'm up here hosting, I would think that y'all could see them too. Right? I'm not attacking. I'm just saying. When I'm moderating for people, I'm watching the chat. And I ain't finna just let people drop disrespectful comments off up in y'all's chats. Thank you. Now, getting back to what I was saying. Hey, Deborah's Glad Tidings. Thank you for being here. And welcome to the live stream. So we're going to go ahead and get into these weekly recap of these trending topics that have been kind of plaguing our media platforms here. And I got a few topics in particular that I wanted to talk about. The one was, it's in relation to social media. And the reason why I want to start there is because we are on a social media platform. For the most part, most of you all that are in here are content creators. You have channels, you're on YouTube, you may be on Twitter, you may be on Facebook, Instagram, things of that sort. Hi, Gigi's Gluten Free Lab. Welcome to the live stream. Okay, Miss Full Brother, I get you. I saw it and I was able to remove one comment and it had posted 3 more or 2 more. So I just was like, please, come on, y'all. See? Look, number 2, really? Already back up in here. Hi, Rico Bizarre Foods. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for being here. And thank you for bringing over the people, Rico. I appreciate that. I really do. So welcome to the live stream. Y'all, we're just about to get into this weekly recap on what's been going on in the media. There's a few topics that I wanted to share with you guys. The one that I'm going to start with is one that kind of affects us because we are on social media. And this one particularly played out on social media. Okay. There was a lady in Indianapolis. Many of us witnessed the fact that this Indianapolis woman was recently murdered or killed after she, a few hours after she took to social media to extort and expose some down low men, allegedly. Now, I'm not going to get into the details of that situation or that case because the person did lose their life. There was a life that was lost. However, I do want to talk about it. Hi, it's Q, Scratching Queen Raid. You all, welcome to the live stream. I appreciate you all being here. We got us somebody who is just intent on making their presence known. I guess they don't have nothing better to do but to ride up in here and be seen and make themselves look stupid. So what we're gonna do is, if you got time, we got time to keep blocking you. Okay? But the show must go on. So again, in talking about the lady in Indianapolis, it's very unfortunate that this woman had to lose her life. I'm not sure if you guys are even familiar with the story, but it did play out on social media this week, and I thought it was relevant to just touch on it because we all are on social media here on YouTube. We are content creators in our own right. We present information on our platforms. And I think it just served as another eye opening experience that we need to carry ourselves and conduct ourselves in such a way that is not malicious, that is not attacking, that is not negative. Now, I'm not saying all of that to say that this is the reason why this woman lost her life, but I'm just saying that to give us some food for thought and to place things in context. If you get a chance, or if you haven't done so already, definitely check out that story. I'm pretty sure it'll be an eye opener for you and just put things into perspective, with how we conduct ourselves on these social media outlets. Welcome to all of you all who are coming in from the Scratching Queen Raid. Thank you all so much for being here. Samantha B, D'Angelo Thomas, Michelle G, and I saw a few others. If I missed you, it's Q Zepzo. Thank you guys so much for being here. We are just talking about some of this week's trending topics that have been trending on social media as well as regular media outlets. So I was just touching on with the first one, which was that one where the woman lost her life recently out of Indianapolis for going on to Facebook Live and threatening to expose and extort some men that she walked in on that were allegedly in a act. And she pretty much lost her life several hours after that live. Hey, Scratching Queen, welcome to the live stream, and thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Now, the next topics that I'm going to get into, you guys, this is just stuff that was trending in entertainment news. You guys feel free to jump into the conversation. This is definitely an interactive chat. It's pretty much open. If you guys want to contribute to the conversation, definitely feel comfortable in doing so. And if you guys are not connected with one another in the chat, definitely connect the right way, of course, with each other by simply, typing out the person's name either above or beneath you with one or two emojis, and you all know the rest. That'll be cool with me. All right. So moving right along, I'm going to get into the next topic, y'all. These ones here are all pretty much from the entertainment side because, again, this is for entertainment purposes. This is my fair use disclaimer, which will also be added to my description box at the end of this live stream. All of these topics that I'm covering are alleged, of course, and for entertainment purposes. I'm simply giving my commentary and my perspective and my opinion on these stories. Thank you, Rico Bizarre Foods, because we keep getting people up in here that think, I guess, that they're going to interrupt the live, and it's just not going to happen. Honey, it just ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. But anyway. So the next topic that I wanted to discuss with y'all is actress Lauren London. Actress Lauren London. We know actress Lauren London from her many acting roles. She is most recently made popular for being engaged to the late rapper Nipsey Hussle. Now, the tragic loss of rapper Nipsey Hussle remains one of the more shocking instances to occur within the hip hop community in recent years. And of course, his partner, Lauren London, is trying to hold strong and, kind of stay out of the limelight as she's mourning. Rumors have recently begun to surface after mogul P. Diddy posted a photo featuring the pair. Y'all, please get tooth number 10 because this idiot is really working my nerve. Hi, Melanated Agenda. Welcome to the live stream. Oh my goodness. So rumors begin to surface after mogul P. Diddy posted a photo featuring the pair. Okay. Now she quickly shut down the chatter and said that her devotion belongs to neighborhood Nip. Now Diddy also shared a photo of the pair, which was apparently from the Rock Nation brunch event, which was held ahead of the Grammys, on his Instagram page, which allegedly sparked rumors of the two dating. Now, allegedly, Lauren London followed up by posting a photo of the late rapper, captioning it, "Still His." She then later allegedly shared that same photo to her Instagram story, captioning that post, "Stop effing playing with me," and my name. Now, let me get back to healing. Did y'all get a chance to see any of this fallout? And if so, what are your thoughts? That's my question to you all. Because that was news to me because I don't follow Lauren London on social media, although I like her work. I think she's a beautiful young lady. And I think it's sad how she lost her fiance in such a violent manner. That was my topic to share on tonight in regards to her. The next topic that I wanted to know if you guys were aware of was rapper Lil Boosie. Haven't seen much from Lil Boosie lately. He's in the news. He is actually having himself a struggle-filled week after offering up his unsolicited opinion about Dwayne Wade's daughter, Zaya Wade. Now, we talked briefly about Zaya last week. Zaya is basketball player, NBA player, Dwayne Wade's son, who has recently come out as wanting to transition. Him and his wife, Gabrielle Union, are supporting the son in this decision. And it brought about a lot of backlash and a lot of controversy because the young boy is very young. Okay. Well, apparently, Lil Boosie offered up his unsolicited opinion about Dwayne Wade's daughter, Zaya. Allegedly, a manager of Planet Fitness turned him away due to his comments. The rapper has since took to his Instagram to express his disdain for the fitness chain, and he's asking folks to boycott. Now, they're allegedly saying that Uzi joins another rapper, Young Thug, in offering their unsolicited comments to Dwayne Wade and his son. Have you all heard about that? And if so, what are your thoughts? I mean, what is it coming to? Like when you become celebrity status, is it just that you no longer have your privacy? I do know that they're under a microscope and everything they do is seen and heard, but at what point do we offer these people a little bit of privacy? Just asking. I'm going to give y'all the last topic and then we're going to pretty much have open chat and chop it up. Just discuss some of these things. See what y'all's thoughts are. Now, this last one is in regards to TMZ. Yeah, removing your genitals. That is pretty deep. Now, TMZ, let me bring that one up. TMZ was in the news this week because there is an organization that is calling for the boycott of TMZ. This article starts off by saying that death in any capacity is hard to deal with. But imagine finding out that a loved one was deceased via the news before authorities got the chance to notify your family. Well, allegedly, it's that feeling that prompted Color of Change, which is a nonprofit civil rights advocacy group, to call for the boycott of TMZ over how they handle the death of Black celebrities. And they're also allegedly circulating a petition asking that advertisers pull support from TMZ until they agree to consult with Black families before reporting on celebrity deaths. Now, Color of Change started this petition last month after the site allegedly mishandled the reporting of the death NBA legend Kobe Bryant and was recently updating this petition after the 20-year-old rapper Pop Smoke was killed in Hollywood Hills. Now, TMZ is allegedly again accused of breaking that story of that young man's death before his family was notified. Now, they also go on to further state that has used Black celebrity deaths as a driver for clicks and views for far too long, lacking journalistic integrity and without consequence. The petition further goes on to chastise TMZ for its insensitive manner of breaking these stories while treating the deaths of their white counterparts with fragility. What are y'all's thoughts on that? Because again, we're dealing with trending topics this week in social media. What has been trending, what we've been plagued with, what we've been opening up our timelines, and the headlines that have been trending, what we've been seeing. Those are pretty much the four topics that I wanted to cover and discuss. Obviously, I'm not going to expect you guys to sit here and go through the whole weekly recap of what we've been seeing, but just a little food for thought and a little bit of time for some dialogue. These folks is on one. You heard, let's see what Zepho said. If I heard my loved one died from the news, that would be tough. Exactly, right? My thoughts exactly. It's been very interesting. It has been very interesting. I didn't realize, I know TMZ catches a lot of slack from a lot of different organizations, but I didn't realize that people were, going to this extent to actually start petitions to get them shut down and actually trying to ask advertisers to pull dollars from them. I didn't even realize that, of course, I realized they break the stories and they're, of course, trying to be the first ones to get it out there. But I never realized they were breaking these stories before the families were notified. Were you guys aware of that? And if so, what are your thoughts? Do you even have any thoughts on the matter? Crystal Vlog says people just do not have respect for others at the end of the day. If so, many people were helping and hurting would be in a better place. I agree. I agree with that. It's news to you, commentary. And Melanated Agenda is saying in order to have journalistic integrity, you must be a journalist. They have no line. Yeah. You got a good point there. Samantha B, that wasn't right for TMZ to say it first on the news without the family No, and I think that was really the limit. Hmm. It's interesting. It's interesting because what's the vetting process for them hiring these people? Because they definitely do feel like they are journalists. They definitely do feel like they are journalists. They may be, not the journalist of choice. However, I'm sure they probably, some of them do have the degrees and the credentials. I don't know. It is very interesting. And how about actress Lauren London? I mean, I remember just right after Nipsey Hussle passed, Kodak Miller, not Kodak Miller, but Lil Kodak, whatever that little rapper's name is, I can't even remember. But he caught a lot of slack for coming out and saying that he was going to try to holler at her, since she was uh, a new widow now. I mean, he was going to try to talk to her, and it was very harsh the way he worded it. He was actually caught on social media saying it, and I think he later came out and apologized. But it was just like, at what point? At what point? And do we assume that these pictures that surfaced with her and P Diddy at this gala, do we feel like it was something that was a narrative spent by the media, or do we really think P Diddy had something to do with those pictures getting out and those rumors being started? Yeah, Kodak Black. Why did I say Kodak Miller? Kodak Black, you're right, melanated. Your lawyer, Samantha B says. It's a trip. It is really a trip. When you actually sit back and you just look at all these stories, it's hard to differentiate between what is real and what is fake, you know. And as a content creator, you really have to pick and choose what you're going to go on and talk about on your platforms and what you're just going to simply step back from. Like, for example, I'm so surprised that these trolls are paying me so much attention on tonight. I guess they ain't got nothing better to do. It's all good, baby. As long as you in here, it's a click and a view for me. So I welcome the interaction. Hey, Shirley Cooking and Chatting Stevens. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for being here. We're just talking about this week's trending topics. And the things that I was talking about earlier on was the fact that there was a woman who lost her life for something that took place on a social media platform after a malicious live video surfaced. Then we were also talking about rapper Lil Boozy being in the news with his negative comments against Dwayne Wade's son, who recently came out with his desire to transition. And then we also talked about Lauren London because she's been trending, the actress Lauren London, who was engaged to rapper Nipsey Hussle. There were some rumors that came out around her and P. Diddy saying that they were dating. And of course, she took to her social media platform and pretty much denounced the rumors. And then lastly, we talked about TMZ. TMZ is actually being boycotted by this nonprofit organization called Color of Change. It's a nonprofit civil rights advocacy group because they feel like TMZ is constantly being first on the scene to release and leak information in regards to Black celebrities when they die and not treating their counterparts the same way. How do we feel about that? They're actually asking for the advertisers to pull their money from behind backing them. What are our thoughts? And is there anything that we can even do about it? Yes, we can have these conversations, we can talk about it, but are we able to make an impact? Can we impact these things for change? What roles do we play? Commentary with Latu says, what do they do? What does who do? That organization, that Color for Change group, is that who you're asking about, commentary? Your answer. Oh, okay, yes. So apparently, that particular group is a nonprofit civil rights advocacy group. And what they're doing is they're circulating a petition around and asking people to boycott and large advertisers to pull their support from TMZ until they agree to change the way that they report and leak stories surrounding these Black celebrities. They want them to exercise more sensitivity with releasing this information. And I guess they started this group immediately following the death of Kobe Bryant because they felt like the way his perishing was shared, with the world by TMZ was very insensitive to the family. His family had not been fully notified. And then it also just happened again with this rapper Pop Smoke out of California. I'm not familiar with him. Y'all could tell I'm older because I just ain't hip to them. Yeah, Miss Shirley, before the family had been notified, and apparently, allegedly, according to this organization, TMZ has a history of doing that. Mm-hmm. It's interesting. That is sad, Rico. In commentary, what Latu says, TMZ is a big brand. And that was exactly, well, from what I was reading on this story, that was the whole point behind that organization starting itself and creating this petition. They said that TMZ has been doing this for a very long time without consequence. And they feel like the only way that they're going to be impacted and, face any form of consequence is if advertiser dollars are pulled and if viewership goes down. Unfortunately, as a people, we tend to flock to the mess. We want to see it, we want to hear about it, we want to read it. I know we don't like to admit that, but unfortunately, that's just human nature. Controversy does tend to sell, but at what point? When people lose their lives, there should be a fine line. I like to have these conversations at times. It just gives us an opportunity to talk about things that are going on outside of whatever our YouTube content may be. And the fact of the matter is that when you come onto YouTube as a content creator, be it whether or not you are a DIY do it yourself crafter, whether you're a gamer or someone like myself who your platform is about hair, skin, and beauty, or whether you're a gardener, whether you're a lottery scratch community. I mean, all of these different communities that are on YouTube, there's so much more that kind of like starts within our little small community. And it seems like more and more frequently things are blowing up, things are taking a turn and ending up off of YouTube or social media in any form like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and they're landing right in the laps of people's real lives and then hitting headlines. I don't know if you guys are starting to see that trend, but the trend has been spiking. That's why I like to kind of have these open chats and conversations at the end of the week just to kind of digress and talk about them. Deborah Glad's sex, violence, gossip, controversy all sells. So people will go to any length to be the first one to say they heard it first. So true. Hi, Rochelle. Well, here it is. It's so true. But I often say, okay, for example, I'm using myself. I'm Pandy's Hair Candy and More, right? The whole and more is to tell my target audience that, hey, the bulk of my content is going to be about hair. You can get that from my name. However, I leave it open to your imagination. And more, there should be an expectation that I may be reading a book on here one day. I may be talking to you about life skills. I may be cooking. It could be anything because I'm Pandy's Hair Candy and more. I like to discuss celebrity news. I like to discuss trending topics, but it is just not that serious for me to be the first one to break the story to you that I'm going to cross all kind of lines and, you know, put my own integrity on the line. It's just not that serious. I think it's important for us to sometimes just take a step back and breathe and think about these things before we hit that go live or before we upload things. And like I said, that story with the woman out of Indianapolis was very eye opening for me because, I mean, she looked like a regular woman, probably close to age with me. She sounded like one of my cousins or somebody I could have went to school with. And I don't necessarily agree with everything that she said, but I never would think it's okay for someone to end up losing their life as a result of a video that hit a social media platform. So just things I like to share and make sure that we're all abreast of and aware of so that we don't find ourselves caught up in some fool la la. You know what I mean? Now, on a lighter note, because this week's trending topics have been pretty crazy, and I have found myself popular to some very interesting and unsavory folks on today. So I'm gonna move on to a lighter note, y'all. That was pretty much it though for my trending topics. Anything that y'all want to add or talk about and share on, feel free to do so. I hope that you guys are enjoying yourselves. If there's anyone in the stream that you're not connected with, please connect with them the right way. Visit their platforms, watch a short video, leave a genuine comment for them, and definitely cross support one another. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday so far. This week has been truly a struggle. I had to fight through a little bit of illness. Nothing serious, just a little bit of illness. You're not at your best when you're under the weather. So I've been fighting back, getting back on my feet with that. And you got to still go to work, you got to still do what you got to do. So multitasking and still trying to create content for your platform. It's a challenge, but I'm determined nonetheless. And I always enjoy the opportunity when I can come on and chit chat with you all. Oh yeah, I'm feeling 110% better now, Scratching Queen. But earlier in the week, I was a little wiped out. I was a little wiped out. Sorry, y'all. I'm sitting here drinking this ice water and chewing on this ice. So, how's everybody doing? And what's new? What is new? Thank you, Rochelle. I'm glad I am too. I don't know. Like I always tell you guys, because I work in a hospital and I always have like immediate patient contact. There were several of my coworkers were out this week, and it was like we all had the same symptoms: fever, fatigue, body aches, and just being run down. And of course, with the scare going around about this coronavirus, it makes you even more alarmed. Now, here in my city and state, there have been no reported no reported cases of the virus here. So that assured me. And since I saw several people in my immediate workspace pretty much suffering the same symptoms, I feel like because we're all working in that confined area, it was just kind of like, oh, dang, come on now. I'm getting all kind of notifications. I feel like it was just kind of like recycling around to us, and it just hit me. I was trying to stay clear of it, keeping my area sanitized and frequent hand washing and stuff like that. But it is what it is. It was nothing deadly, and I'm thankful for that. But when you don't feel good, you just don't feel good. You don't feel like going to work. You don't feel like being bothered, let alone trying to make content for your YouTube channel. But I pressed on anyway, and in spite of. Oh, absolutely, Rochelle. Always. Always. They tease me all the time because I'll be overdoing it with the sanitation. But I feel like you could never be too careful. Deborah's Glad Tidings said, I recently traveled to Texas and was so nervous going through the airport with all those people. I bet. I bet. I know I mentioned last week that my father and my stepmother had recently been to the Philippines, and they were over there for almost 2 months. And so on their way coming back, it was right at the height of the outbreak. So they actually were quarantined a little bit, for a little bit when they were trying to come back into the States. They had to go through all of that process because they were coming from that immediate region. So it was very scary for them. Scratchy Queen asking Deborah's if you enjoyed Texas because I believe she recently went. Every time I go to read a comment, y'all, it jumps on me. So my apologies. I'm trying to wait for it to come back up so I can finish reading it. She went the week before and enjoyed it. Zep, so yes, to the press and on. So that was pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to come on and chop it up over this week's trending topics. Tell everybody to stay encouraged. I love coming on and interacting with you all. You all get to know the person who is the content creator on a more intimate level. You get to see that I'm just a regular person, just like you all. I enjoy some of the same things that you enjoy. I'm more passionate maybe about some than others. And it's an excellent opportunity to get to know your content creators. Since it is my off day and I'm at home chilling today, I was like, oh, we're going to be on the avatar today. Hey, I see. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for being here. Hmm. We just got finished discussing this week's trending topics, honey. All the stuff plaguing our media outlets. Thank you, Crystal Vlogs. Hi, Jessica Hicks. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for being here. You guys, if you're not connected with one another, definitely do so. Definitely do so. There's a wide variety of amazing people in the live stream. I have absolutely no problem with you all cross supporting one another, reaching out to one another, hitting them up by highlighting their name and hitting them up with one or two emojis so they know that you're interested in connecting with them and getting over to their channel, watching a short, quick video, and leaving a genuine comment. That's how we actually grow. For those of you who are already at your 1,000 plus family members and you're looking for people to run your playlist, let us know. There may be other people in the chat right now that may be looking for playlist buddies as well. Let us know. You just never know. You have not because you ask not. Scratching Queen, are you going live anytime soon, huh? Or have you already been live? Well, I'm tripping because you did just end your live, so I may be tripping. I had to think about that as I said it. 50 plus. Are you going to be going live again this evening? Oh, okay, you're going to go live later this evening. I know I'm going to finish working on my, I'm working on a couple of reviews that I need to get up this evening. Always working on the content. Always working on the content, whatever that may be, guys. Stay consistent, stay focused, and, you know, recognize and realize that this is a hustle and a grind. And just like with any job, if any of you have ever been self employed and you know all about that entrepreneurial spirit, if you want to grow your platform here, you have to work at it. You have to be, I mean, you just can't give up. You have to actually set aside time and make time to dedicate to putting into work into your platform. You can't really expect it to grow or for people to just fall out of the sky and somehow mysteriously subscribe to your channel. If you're not putting in the effort to make your channel appealing, you know what I mean? We have to, I always say, keep something active on your channel at least once a week, depending on what your level of time is that you have available. If you're not able to get on here and do something at least once a week, definitely stay active with people that are commenting under your videos. Definitely get back to people that are leaving you genuine comments. Respond back to those comments, talk. I know it's nice to just get on there and leave a little heart, but it's even nicer to actually get on there and thank a person for that little nugget of positive feedback or for watching, and I know me personally, a lot of times I'm just cruising through YouTube. And if I come across people that are smaller in number, yet it's a topic that I find interesting, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Check some of these new kids on the block out, okay? Because some of them are very talented. The content is superb, and you just never know. If you have the ability, because you're Actor 1K, if you have the ability to share them out on your community tab, do you know how grateful that person would be? A, you're shining a light on them. Somebody probably shined on you before you were Actor 1K. And B, you're establishing a new friend who is possibly going to become a subscriber, who is possibly also going to hold you in high regard with regards to referring their friends and their target audience over to your channel, just off of your simple act of kindness towards them. So, just things that you need to be looking at. I'm always looking at ways to cross support my fellow content creator. It's never a hate thing with me. It really isn't. It's really good quality stuff. Thank you, commentary. I appreciate that. I'm always trying to learn something. I love to read, I love to research. And if there's a better way that I can pinpoint on how to enhance my commentary or my content or the way I'm laying down a wig, or, if there's a better way to style or a better way to perfect whatever it is that I'm doing on my channel anyway, I'm always looking for that type of thing. When I find those type of things, even when I find out tidbits about changes or policy updates, I'm always eager to share those things on this platform. It's about having fun, and it's about being real to who I am. And if one person is benefiting from it, I'm happy with that. The mere fact that there's always people reaching out to me and emailing and commenting and leaving these wonderful, generous comments, letting me know how whatever may have impacted them and helped them is rewarding. It's very rewarding. And it lets me know that I'm on the right track. Mm-hmm. Scratchy Queen says, if we work together, we can all make it. So true. So true. The whole crabs in the bucket syndrome, I never will understand it. I will never understand it. I mean, this is a large enough platform that no one person is going to be like any other one person, even if you two are talking about the exact same thing. That one person is going to always have their own unique swag and sauce that they're going to put on a thing. And this other person over here is going to have their unique swag and sauce that they're going to put on it. So you can place them side by side, and one person over here may receive this from this person, and the next person over here may receive it totally different, even though they're presenting the same things. See, YouTube is just that large enough and that diverse that both of those content creators can come on here and eat. So there's no need to hate. There's no need to beef. It's just not necessary. It's not necessary. Hmm. But it is what it is. I have enjoyed this conversation, you guys, and I hope that you all have enjoyed it as well. With that being said, if no one else has any other questions for me or comments, I will bring it to a close. Because, like I said, I want to work on getting these other two videos uploaded. Where am I going? Hold on. Deborah's Glad Tidings says, where am I going? I'm not going anywhere, honey. I'm chilling. I'm at the crib relaxing today. This is dedicated time to YouTube. I am working on my platform. I wanted to get this live done because I couldn't get it done earlier this morning. And then I got a couple of videos that I'm putting up on some TV shows that I review. Commentary with the Chew says, that's what I'm striving for on my own channel. No need for a rat race. I'm sick of it. Okay. That is so true, commentary. So true. I'm just learning to, I don't even trip. I don't worry about what other people do. I don't worry about what other people say. I'm Pandi. I'm unique in my own right. And there's only one of me. There could never be another. I may be duplicated or imitated, but never duplicated. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, even when imitated, I don't trip because I'm uniquely me at the end of the day. And I can't waste my time focusing on frivolous things like that. Um, I'm just trying to remain focused and keeping my eyes on the prize. And I recommend and suggest that we all do the same. Now, I definitely think, I'm a compassionate person, so I definitely have compassion for others. And I am a very supportive person, so I tend to try to always be as supportive as possible. I would say this, that we just have to be cautious when choosing to align ourselves with certain individuals because you just never know. Everyone is not going to be that way, and you don't want to find yourself hurt in the long run. But at the end of the day, I don't put a lot of energy into trying to understand if a person is that way or not, if that makes sense. Because you can definitely get sidetracked looking at these folks and they shenanigans. Exactly, Scratching Queen. You better know it. You better know it. You have the ability to discern who's for you and who's not and move accordingly. But in all things, be respectful. That's me. In all things, be respectful. Even if I establish that a person is not for me, I'm never going to be disrespectful. I'm never going to be a hater. It's just not necessary. Remain focused. Sometimes you have to exercise positive affirmations for yourself. You know, reinforce positive thinking, set positive goals for yourself, align yourself with positive and like minded individuals, create YouTube ships with positive and like minded content creators so that you all can support one another. You can support one another because I'm learning in this journey that you do need to have positive supporters in your corner. You need to have that. And not everyone is going to be upfront with you. Not everyone is going to be honest. Not everyone's going to be respectful. Not everyone coming to your live streams and sitting up in your live streams is even for you. So you just have to always keep your good side eye on people. and use that spirit of discernment and move accordingly. Things you learn. Amen. You know it, Rico Bazaar Foods. Again, this has been a wonderful conversation. I hope that everyone enjoyed the topics. My apologies for the riffraff that kept trying to come in and interject and interrupt and disrupt the chat. Unfortunately, we weren't able to have a smooth, free flowing chat like we normally do. But we got through it, and I appreciate you all for sticking in here with me because I know that's annoying. I hate when I go to people's chats and see people doing that. I don't understand what motivates them. So I appreciate you all staying here and sticking it out with me and hearing the topics out. Again, it's just for entertainment purposes for us to be able to digress and talk about these things and just dialogue and look at what's going on around us, making sure that we're aware of these things. And also, some of us do cover these things on our channels. It's conversation starters just to know what's going on in celebrity news, world news, and sometimes local news. Like, for example, that story with that lady. That hit kind of close to home because it was something that started in a live. That is what we do. So I wanted us all to just kind of back up and take a mental note to make sure we never go that route. You know what I mean? And we never find ourselves in a situation like that. And my heart goes out to that lady's family. I understand she was a mother. I understand that she has a daughter still that is here and active on social media. So that's just an overall sad situation. Hmm. Yeah, so true. Unfortunately, we all are going to have people that do like to disrupt the chat. I don't know what in the heck all of a sudden made them want to come over here, but it is what it is. Yes, Samantha B. We definitely are. It was a woman out of Indiana. Indiana. Wait, Indianapolis? Indianapolis. If you Google it, it will come up because this just happened this week. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm just looking up to make sure I didn't miss any of your comments. Dang, you had to block somebody, Scratching Queen? Why people just can't why people can't just act right? Melanated Agenda says, I enjoyed the stream very much. Knowledge and health with a side of wealth to everyone. Thank you so much for saying that. I am glad you enjoyed it and I appreciate the comment. Thank you for the feedback, sister. Yeah, let's see. I think I think I got all these other comments. Jessica Hicks, thank you so much for stopping in. Tomorrow, I will have game night tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, y'all. If you guys are available, definitely come through for that. That'll be a fun time for us to have some fun downtime where we're just kind of like working our minds and having a little bit of fun. Again, getting to know one another. because I know on YouTube how draining it can be, grinding constantly and trying to grow, networking, visiting all these chats. It's a job. It's a job and it's draining. And if you actually work a job outside, and even if you don't work a job outside, even if you're a full time homemaker or a full time mother or just someone who's at home due to health concerns or whatever the case may be, your day is already full enough. So then you take all the work that goes into growing your YouTube channel to the point where you're actually getting views and generating foot traffic. It's very draining. So I mean, just stay encouraged, everyone. And I say this for my own self: stay encouraged. Stay focused. Remind yourself what brought you to YouTube initially. Sometimes we got to go back. We got to get back to what brought us here when it was fun and it wasn't about the numbers. We wasn't pressed on trying to get to 1K and 4K. It wasn't about the numbers. You had a true love and a desire to get on here and share a particular thing. Get back to that. Encourage yourself. I know I do. But with that being said, guys, I'm not going to keep you guys. We are now running at over the 1 hour mark, and I am never going to be the one to try to sit and have you sitting on a live for hours. I realize that you all got things to do, and so do I. But I appreciate you all for being here. I thank you guys for stopping in. And if you haven't done so, please don't forget to blow dry on that like button for your girl. I'm Pandi of Pandi's Hair, Candy, and More. You all be blessed. Have a wonderful Saturday. And thank you for coming. Bye.